Hey guys, what's up? My name is Josh, and this is going to be the first video to my channel. It's going to be about this car right here. This is my 2009 135i M Sport. It's got the space gray metallic on the outside. It's got the coral red on the inside. So that was one of the biggest attracting features to the car before I picked it up was the color combo. Unfortunately, yeah, it's got automatic transmission. It's got 67,000 miles, and I only picked it up for about $13,900. So, I mean, I got a pretty good deal on it. I had plans to eventually manual swap it, so for me, it was whatever. I know there was a few more out there, especially M Sports in this color combo, that were going for more, so I just pulled the trigger. You're probably wondering why this car is on jack stands right now, and I'm going to be frank, I'm going to be straightforward. The car got rod knocked, so that's why it's sitting on jack stands. And it sucks, I fucking hate it, but it is what it is. It's kind of water under the bridge now, and I'm progressing, I'm going forward with everything. So this motor is going to come out and actually have a remanufactured 0-mile rebuilt long block going back in with a bunch of goodies on it. So I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the car. So like I said, I picked this thing up for $13,900. I actually got it in San Diego. I'm over here in California. I'm actually in the Santa Barbara area. This is the daily. This is a little 128i. Now there's a couple theories that I have about why this car did what it did at such low mileage, because I know it wasn't me. I know I drive like I'm insane, and I love to boost, but I wanted to make sure that the car was good to go before I did it. Now when I picked up the car, one of the things I noticed right away is there's a Raceworks Evolution sticker on it right now, but there was a huge Cobb sticker on the side, and to me that was a big red flag. Don't buy, don't buy. And I honestly might have not bought it hadn't it been for my friend Nick. He's a BMW guru. He has a stroked 4.6 RDS M3, yada yada yada. Anyways, he has this program called ISTA, and he took ISTA, plugged it into the car when we got there at the dealership, and we diagnosed, went through everything and tested everything to make sure it was okay. And nothing really jumped out at us. We checked everything. The only big thing we saw was an exhaust leak. Other than that, the car ran good. The test drive was great. So I decided to go ahead and pick it up. So, I mean, probably wondering why I'm so concerned about the Cobb sticker on the side of the car is obviously this thing had a Cobb tune on it. I know when I went for a test drive, holy shit, what's not supposed to happen? I know when I went for a test drive and I picked this car up, it felt a lot faster than it should have from stock. Both me and Nick, we knew right away that this shit had a tune on it, and it was definitely probably a Cobb tune, dead giveaway. So when I got the car back home, the first thing I did is I flashed it with AIM-HD right away. The thing about the Cobb tunes is that what I found, and this is just my personal opinion, is that most of the people I see with Cobb tunes don't know as much about their car as people with AIM-HD or JB4. They went with Cobb because it was I guess it seemed popular because of the STI scene, you know, the Subarus and all that stuff, and it was just an easy, cute little tuner on the side of the car. But the thing about that is if they just went for the Cobb tune because of those small little reasons, who knows how they treated the car beforehand, and who knows what they did to the car. I have no idea. So I mean, honestly, with the Cobb tune, I wanted that to go right away. So speaking of bad tunes, there's a reason why this car is sitting on jack stands right now. And no, it's not just because it's a BMW. I mean, kind of. But it's got rod knock, and I'm going to be straightforward with you guys. It's got fucking rod knock, and it's got rod knock. And I didn't even have the car for that long. It was like 5 months I had the car, and it developed rod knock. And I don't know why. I did so much maintenance to the car to make sure that it was good to go, and it still happened. So I've got a couple theories. Cobb tune might have been one of them. I know that a lot of people who don't know about these cars, they don't warm up the engine properly and they just beat the shit out of them. So that's really bad for the rod bearings and all the other bearings in the car. You need to be at least 160 and 80 degrees before you rip on this thing. And if you don't do that, every time you do it, you're wearing your bearings down like that. No joke. It's not an exaggeration. So about maintenance, the first thing that it did to the car was the big important stuff that I saw in my mind. Obviously, I wanted to make sure that there was no oil leaks, nothing like that, nothing that stuck out at me. Here's the couple things that I did first. So these are the direct injectors for the car. These are index 12. So BMW, I guess you can say, messed up about 11 different times. You can see it says -12 at the end right there. These are the most up-to-date, most revised versions of these direct injectors. I actually got these ones used, but I made sure they were flow tested. And honestly, in the future, I'm probably just going to buy new ones from FCP Euro, because everything that you buy on FCP Euro, no matter what, is going to be lifetime warranted, even if it's installed wrong, if it wears down, and that's everything from spark plugs to oil to brake pads to bigger stuff like this. So make sure you do do this first. That's what I did, is the injectors. I had a couple 6s in there and 10s, and I think there was like a 2, so they were all kind of out of whack. So you need to make sure that you code these in too. So you need to have a computer with the program and enter in the numbers and make sure that you can code it to the car. The next thing that I did was N55 coils. So these are N54 coils. These are notoriously shit. They just don't have the heat resistance as the N55 coils do. So those are crap. These are the N55 coils, and you can tell right away that they're actually wrapped in 3 layers of metal. So this is going to help. This is going to help them last a bit longer. But at the end of the day, these are still crap, and you honestly want to upgrade to something like Precision Raceworks or Bimmerlife coils. So Bimmerlife is like Audi R8 coils, they call them. They're smart coils. And I think the Precision Raceworks are LS coils. I'm not 100% sure, but both those are really superior, especially for high power. So if you're even thinking about modding your car with power, you should honestly just toss those in the fucking dumpster. So those are, like I said, the first things that I did. I made sure that I did the charge pipe, because once you add a tune on your car, this is probably going to blow because the boost pressure that's added is just, it's not going to hold up with it. So this is actually a custom charge pipe that my friend Nick gave me, the one that came with me to do the testing on the car when I bought it. And it has a little Greddy blow-off valve on it, so that was nice of him. Thank you, Nick. I'm eventually going to swap this one out because I need a bigger blow-off valve because I'm going to be adding more boost pretty soon. Had to make sure that the valve cover wasn't leaking, anything like that. I think I did have a small valve cover leak, nothing crazy. No oil pan leak, nothing like that. So kind of in order, MHD flash, took away the cob, injectors, coils, make sure there wasn't any big leaks, a charge pipe, and then you can go ahead and add a tune if you want the stage 1. But honestly, I did downpipes and an intercooler. So that was the power mods that I did, was a 3-inch VRSF downpipes. I did a 7-inch VRSF intercooler, which is actually laying right over there. I'm going to be selling that off for the 7.5 now. And honestly, those mods alone, those give you a grip of power. So you're probably getting in the high 300 range with that. And then the next thing I did was I added a Walbro 450 fuel pump so I can go E85. So I did an E60 mixture of E85, and that was insane. Like I did 40 first, then I went up to 60, made sure my, just make sure your ethanol content is good at the gas station you buy it from, and then make sure that you have it all calculated correctly, because that will cause shit like rod knock and detonation. And no, I don't think that was the problem with this one, because the calculations were all correct. And I used 91 and then E85, and the E85 here is actually like, it is like E85 or E80 most of the time, so that's good. So with all those mods that I had, I was probably pushing somewhere around like 430 range. So 430 horsepower, probably like 440, 450 wheel torque. And in a car this size, and it's not the lightest thing in the world, don't get me wrong, it was a fucking riot, especially with the auto trans. Like, that auto trans just stays in boost. Not that these small turbos, the little TD03s, have a problem falling out of boost or anything, but that thing pulls like a goddamn train, and I didn't even have the transmission flashed yet, so I'm excited for what's going to be coming up next. So like I said, this guy's coming out. I've already got, you know, all this stuff laying around right here. Whole core support off. That was actually really easy. This shit's all falling over now. So this core support was only attached by like 12 different bolts. So there's 2 on top right here. One goes through a headlight bracket. One just goes straight to the chassis. Same thing on the other side. And then you've got 4 bolts on both sides over here. And then it just comes right out. You're going to have some stuff attached, just some wires, and you're going to have the throttle cable and that stuff. So go ahead and once you pull all that off, it comes out really easily. Like, I was surprised how easy it came off. And then before that, obviously, you're going to have to take the bumper off. The bumper was super surprising, too, with how easy it was. I honestly thought this BMW stuff was going to be harder in terms of this. But for the bumper, you're going to make sure that the splash tray on the bottom has all those bolts taken off. And then you're going to have 4 Torx on the top of the bumper right there. And then you're going to have on both sides about 3 on the fender liner. And then this is another one, and then this comes out as a clip. So this was a little weird to get out at first, but you just slide a knife underneath the black piece of plastic that's right there from the core support, and then you can yank this guy out. So yeah, the motor's coming out, putting the new motor in. I'm really happy to kind of have a fresh start, honestly, because I'm sure there's some kind of carbon buildup from the direct injectors and all that kind of stuff there. So it's going to be nice to start out with a clean 0-mile motor. I can make sure that I'm the one responsible if anything goes wrong, if the engine was built correctly, of course. And that, you know, it's just, like I said, it's a fresh new start. I'll make another video coming up right now just about the mods that I'm going to do in the future and what my plans are with the car. Because like I said, there's a lot to talk about. I don't want to bore you guys to death. So thanks for watching the first video, and I'm going to get on shortly to the other video so you guys can watch it.